Well, so welcome back from the Black Star Square, the Independence Square, where the swearing in will commence very soon. The Chief Justice is there, the Speaker of Parliament is there, where he's expected to commence the first sitting of the 9th Parliament. It is at this sitting that the swearing in will happen. Note that although the event is happening at a large place like the Black Star Square, it is still Parliament because the President will be sworn in Parliament. You see in your shots the chairman of the NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, popularly known as General Mosquito. You also see Chief of Staff Julius Debra also in your shots in there. Today, the incoming President John Dramani Mahama, incoming Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman will be sworn in, and you see the President for Rwanda also there, Paul Kagame. He's also at the Black Star Square. Today is going to be very interesting, very beautiful to look at, and because of today's event, we're bringing you an extended ABC in the morning. As soon as Parliament sitting commences, we will cross over fully to the Black Star Square so that you can enjoy what's happening. But the former First Lady Nana Kunedu Agyeman Rawlings is also there. Outgoing former President John Agyekum Kufuor, His Excellency John Agyekum Kufuor is also there. Outgoing Vice President and his wife, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Samira Bawumia, are also there. Outgoing President and his wife, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo and Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo are also there. You can see them in your shots as we await Parliament to begin, and then the swearing in will also begin. But there's so many people there at the moment in beautiful colors, clad in very beautiful colors, awaiting today's swearing in. And like I mentioned, the beauty of Ghana's democracy, the very beauty of Ghana's democracy, opposition, ruling party, everybody there, all smiles and all, regardless of whether you lost or you won. I know that the Black Star Square is in the Clote Kole constituency. If you look at your screen, you see the picture of Honorable Zaneto Agyeman Rawlings, who is the MP of the constituency. So today, swearing in happening in her own constituency. Very soon, the President will be arriving. The President-elect will be arriving for his swearing in. So the Black Star Square is packed. The roads are packed. Everybody wants to witness this moment, which comes once every 4 years. A testament to our democracy. A testament to the democracy that continues to thrive regardless. And as a Ghanaian, this is a time to be happy. This is a time to be excited that we continue to move on and on. Today is Constitution Day. You see in your shots the Chief Imam, His Eminence Sheikh Nuhu Shaibutu, sitting behind in her pink kente, the Minister for Foreign Affairs. You also see Professor Joshua Alabi in your shots. So many dignitaries in your shots, and almost everyone waving the Ghana flag. Very beautiful to see, very beautiful to watch. Let me go through some appointments His Excellency John Mahama made a few days ago on Monday, January 6th. Yesterday, they released this. President-elect makes appointment to the office of the President. Julius Debra will act as Chief of Staff. He was the Chief of Staff the last time President Mahama was in office. Dr. Callistus Mahama as Executive Secretary to the President. Prosper Douglas Bani, Head of Interim Security Task Force. Dr. Valerie Sawyer, Senior Presidential Advisor, Government Affairs. Augustus Gusitano, Presidential Advisor responsible for 24-hour economy and accelerated export development. Marietta Agyeman, legal counsel to the President of Ghana. She'll be the second person to occupy this position following Kowesuman's being that to the president. This position was created when Anado came into office, and Kowesuman was the legal counsel to the president. You see that John Dramani Mahama is also continuing with the tradition, and so he appoints Marietta Agyeman as legal president and legal counsel. Pardon me, and Honorable Felix Kwachiofosu as acting spokesperson to the president. Their appointment takes effect today. In your shot, you see the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Badbin. He is the Speaker for the 9th Parliament, having executed his role as Speaker for the 8th Parliament. Parliament saw it fit to vote for him again, to allow him. So let's cross over to the Black Star Square. Let's enjoy what's happening there. Speaker and his clerk are moving. I believe the president is arriving at this moment. I see the minority leader, Penyo Markin, majority leader, Keselato, forcing all of them. Let's cross you over to the Black Star Square.
All accompanying the Speaker of Parliament to welcome the President-Elect.
The first arrival will be the Vice President-Elect, then followed by the President-Elect.
Precisely. Are these giant quantum from drums? Sounding out the rhythms of Ghana. And now we have on our screens the police mounted squadron escorting, I believe, the Vice President-Elect to the grounds.
The crowd is ecstatic. The noise here is deafening, but it is all for happiness and for joy. We are witnessing a momentous occasion. Ghana having its first female vice president.
The bedlam here is intense. It is intense. There is much joy, happiness, excitement, all in readiness for what we are about to witness.
And security is also in full force. We have various security personnel deployed to ensure the total safety and security of personnel. They are all playing critical roles to ensure that this event goes seamlessly, devoid of any major hitches. We have rich display of culture.
I believe that is...
And that is DSP Mary Agamba. She's in charge of the police mounted squadron.
Invited guests arriving now is the President-Elect of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, arriving now is the President-Elect, John Dramani Mahama. He is accompanied by his spouse, soon-to-be First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? The Speaker of Parliament now leads the entourage into the Chamber of Parliament here at the Black Star Square. The entourage of Parliament includes the clerks of Parliament and other senior officials of Parliament. As I mentioned earlier, we will soon enter the Chamber of Parliament, and so the Speaker of Parliament will shortly take over. Shall we please rise as they process into the chamber? To announce that only accredited photographers and media personnel are allowed at the designated places on the square. Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square, kindly move back.
Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, I now have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, to administer the oaths to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. We will start with the Vice President-elect, who will take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of the Vice President. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, you may now do so now.
Your Excellency, first the oath of allegiance. Kindly say after me. I,
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I,
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman,
having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself to the service
to the service
and well-being
and well-being
of the people of the Republic of Ghana,
of the people of the Republic of Ghana,
and to do right
and to do right
to all manner of persons.
to all manner of persons.
I further solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that should I
at any time
break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Lift pure. Baby.
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book.
2025. Tabby Paint is excited to keep. Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is excited to kick off the year with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, where innovation meets sophistication. With a superior coverage, a radiant glow, and a durable stain-resistant finish, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint transforms spaces effortlessly. Designed for beauty and longevity, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint saves time with fewer coats, whilst delivering vibrant and easy-to-clean surface that stays flawless even in the busiest areas or under harsh weather conditions. With Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, every coat is a promise of quality and excellence. Elevate your walls and inspire your spaces with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint. Tabby Paint, the choice for your amazing spaces. Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is excited to kick off the year with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, where innovation meets sophistication. With a superior coverage, a radiant glow, and a durable stain-resistant finish, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint transforms spaces effortlessly. Designed for beauty and longevity, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint saves time with fewer coats, whilst delivering vibrant and easy-to-clean surface that stays flawless even in the busiest areas or under harsh weather conditions. With Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, every coat is a promise of quality and excellence. Elevate your walls and inspire your spaces with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint. Tabby Paint, the choice for your amazing spaces. Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is excited to kick off the year with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, where innovation meets sophistication. With a superior coverage, a radiant glow, and a durable stain-resistant finish, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint transforms spaces effortlessly. Designed for beauty and longevity, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint saves time with fewer coats, whilst delivering vibrant and easy-to-clean surface that stays flawless even in the busiest areas or under harsh weather conditions. With Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, every coat is a promise of quality and excellence. Elevate your walls and inspire your spaces with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint. Tabby Paint, the choice for your amazing spaces. Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is the oath of allegiance. Your name?
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath.
I, John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to the high office
of President of the Republic of Ghana,
of President of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will be faithful
that I will be faithful
and true
and true
to the Republic of Ghana,
to the Republic of Ghana,
that I will at all times
that I will at all times
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
Please stand.
In the heart of
Thank you.
Please stand.
resilient in spirit, rich in culture, and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today, we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's culture and steady in its pursuit of progress. A true nation builder committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves: trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness. From the moment he stepped into the political arena, John Mahama has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Ghana. His approachable demeanor, paired with his genuine concern for the needs of the Ghanaian, has earned him their trust. A trust that is pivotal for any leader aiming to guide a nation through challenging times.
What I really like about JGM is his humility. The man is simply so down to earth, it's unbelievable. He's so humble, it's unbelievable. I really like that about him.
John Mahama osuro nyame, odo nyame, osuro nyame, openi pasem, okita kumapa. Mihu ni se mihu mi abema. Oye obi nso a onyiyi nipam. We are akwala o, we are openi o, we are pepeni o, we are twidi o, we are bia tribe bia ofi bia John Mahama pe wase. On kase we inye twini, we inye we ni. John Mahama nse nipam.
President Mahama is practical. He communicates his issues very, very well. And he understands the Ghanaian politics very well. He understands the Ghanaian people very well. And that is what I like about him.
The brand, John Dramani Mahama, is not just a name. It represents resilience, strength, progress, and empathy.
I believe John Dramani Mahama is loved by many. His personality.
And now, on your behalf, invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to deliver his inaugural address. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
Hold it. The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyeman Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a déjà vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing President, having served one term, and he was the incoming President, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake, and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana asked this to be our final meeting under these circumstances. And as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, UAE, their GDP has been consistently increasing. In 2023, for instance, the G7's combined total of world GDP was 30%. But by 2029, that number is predicted to drop to 27%. In 2023, the BRICS percentage of world GDP was 37.3%. And so what does this mean to us in Ghana? What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom? Technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group's sentiments towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kassinas, they are Gwans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes, because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years, we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity, an opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your vote will matter in the work that I'll do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I, with all humility, assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timeously to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Nana, Jane, Opoku Agyeman by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens our democracy and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together, we will galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Nana Opoku Agyeman, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that would lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is a powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Let me thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnerships that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to each of you. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, On your behalf, I convey the gratitude of the House to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Honorable members, may now we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, I should say the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to do so now.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Head of State and Government here present, Right Honorable Speaker and Members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can visit the home of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. Today, we celebrate African democracy as Ghana and our beloved people mark the transition from one democratic government to another. This moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaians' democratic society. It further demonstrates that in West Africa, we are capable of democratic and productive endeavors. It is time that our continent critics stop forgetting the strides that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not prove ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for our people.
Today, I am here not only as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African in resolute support of Ghana and our people. This moment is a source of pride and honor for Ghanaians, the entire continent, and its diaspora. The sun is out and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, compassion, unity, devotion to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pitted against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are. Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and work together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. The spirit of Ghana, the first Republic President, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of these enlightened leaders. Ghana is in harmony with that spirit, and President John Mahama's inauguration today reflects that. Your new president is a man of patriotic vision and substance. He loves his nation and his people to the core. He believes that your nation has a mission and intend for you all to fulfill it. No one can ask more of a leader than that. President John Mahama and I share a deep friendship. My dear brother, I am here to work with you. You know you can count on Nigeria's support at any given time. You call on me. We are your brothers and sisters. We shall always be there for you. May your administration be a profound success and progress for you, Ghanaians, and the entire region. I am confident that new government under the leadership of President John Mahama will work with Nigeria to strengthen this powerful bond, leading to greater shared progress, prosperity for the people of our two nations. I have no doubt that your administration will bring about positive change and progress. Your accession to the power should also mark a new and invigorating momentum in pursuing sub-regional and integration and progress. With laser focus, we can tackle our people's most pressing problem of poverty, youth unemployment, instability, insurgency, and many other problems hampering our desired progress. May Ghana's democracy continue to grow stronger. May progress and prosperity be your portion. Let us all look forward to a future filled with hope, opportunity, and progress. God bless Ghana and its beloved people. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria and its beloved people. God bless ECOWAS. God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless you.
Honorable members, we are indeed inspired by the warm words of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I now have the honor to, on your behalf, invite the visiting heads of state and former presidents to congratulate the President of the Republic of Ghana. I have a real tall list It is my hope and prayer
Twice elected in my kingdom. these are special. They are special people. We have to.
As highlighted by the President and our special guest of honor, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now, what else? What is the next on the agenda? Because
very soon we will witness.
Honorable members, I will now, on your behalf, call the names of our distinguished dignitaries, the heads of states and presidents from various countries, to come to congratulate His Excellency, the President of Ghana. And I will start with our special guest, the President, the Commander-in-Chief, and the Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to lead in this whole exercise. Your Excellency, you may proceed to do so now. Immediately after him will be His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Then follows His Excellency the President of the Republic of Togo, His Excellency Faure Gnassingbe. After him comes His Excellency the President of Benin, the Republic of Benin, in the person of Patrice Talon. Bienvenue. Merci beaucoup.
Félicitations.
Then follows the President of Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow. After him, we have His Excellency Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, the President of the Federal Republic of Sierra Leone. Immediately follows His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. After His Excellency the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have His Excellency Umaru Sissoco Embalo, the President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. After him follows the President of the Republic of Cabo Verde, His Excellency Jose Maria Neves. After the President of Cabo Verde, we have His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, the rural boy, who is the President of the Republic of Kenya. Rural boy. The rural boy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Honorable members, after His Excellency William Ruto, this is the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai Sr. We also have His Excellency the President, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba. He is the President of the Republic of Namibia. Sorry. That is a she, not a he. Doctor, you may forgive me. After Her Excellency, the President of Namibia, is His Excellency Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the President of the Republic of Senegal. We then have the President of the Republic of Chad, in the person of His Excellency Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. After him, we have the President of the Republic of Botswana, His Excellency Duma Gideon Boku. After him comes the head of state of the strong people of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Honorable members, the full meaning of Burkina Faso means strong men and women of integrity. We have His Excellency Brigadier General Bryce Clotaire Oligui Nguema, the President of the Republic of Gabon. After him, we have His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya, who is the President of Guinea-Conakry. And after him, we have the Prime Minister, Abdoulaye Maïga. He's the Prime Minister of Mali. We also have the Prime Minister of Niger in the person of Mr. Lamine Zain Ali Mahman, and the Prime Minister of Haiti, His Excellency Fritz Alphonse Jean. Prime Minister Mali, Prime Minister of Niger. After him is the Prime Minister of Haiti. Bonjour, ça va? Bienvenue.
Merci beaucoup.
After that, we have the Vice President of Equatorial Guinea, the person of His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo. Then follows the Vice President of Uganda, the person of Jessica Rose Epel Alupo. We have the Vice President of the Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Dr. Philip Isdor Mpango. That is rather the Vice President of Tanzania. We also have with us the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire.
Greetings from President Museveni.
The person of Chiemoko Meiliet Kone. Tanzanite. La Côte d'Ivoire. After His Excellency the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire, we have the Vice President of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohamed Adihali Khatra. Mon ami.
Congratulations.
the Vice President of Mauritania, we now have the Speaker of Parliament of the Kingdom of Morocco, His Excellency Rashid Talbi Alami. After him is the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo. Together with his younger brother, the former President of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Speaker.
Morocco.
Speaker of Morocco.
Yes.
I hope to see you.
Yes. Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. After His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, we have the former President of Liberia, in the person of Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. After her, we have the former President of the Federal Republic of South Africa, in the person of His Excellency Jacob Zuma. After the former President of South Africa, we have the former President of Germany, His Excellency Christian Wolff. After Germany, follows the Foreign Minister of the European Union, Belgium, European Affairs, Foreign Trade, and the Funeral Culture Institute. His Excellency Bernard Quentin. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Good to see you, Speaker.
Thank you. After the Foreign Minister of EU, we have the Senior Minister, His Excellency Jean-Jacques Broya, of Congo Brazzaville. After Congo Brazzaville, we have the Minister for Africa, the United Nations, the Commonwealth and Human Rights of United Kingdom, in the person of Lord Collins of Highbury. After him comes the Minister for Defense of Zimbabwe, Honorable Opa Michinguri Kashiri.
President Baumia, Baumia.
So nice to see you. Look at you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Congratulations on your recent legacy.
Thank you. Harriet has been a wonderful ambassador. We're all proud of her. I thought she stayed in Ghana.
We also have the Minister for Housing, Lands and Maintenance of Barbados, Honorable Dwight Sutherland, Member of Parliament. Barbados.
Greetings from Prime Minister.
Yes.
Sir.
Quite long. I have to cut protocol and go to invite the former Vice President of our great Republic of Ghana, in the person of His Excellency, Dr. Mahmoudou Baumia. Honorable members, Once again, the list is very, very long. I will now invite the President of the ECOWAS Commission, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Omar Eliu Toure. We have so many special envoys and ministers from Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia. We have the mayor of Los Angeles, United States. And please, you are all invited to follow in this order, the order I just mentioned. Thank you. Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia, Mayor of Los Angeles, Deputy General Secretary of the United Nations, Ms. Amina Mohammed, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, African Union Commission Chairperson, Special Envoy, His Excellency Wamikele. And we have the Honorary Consul General for Nigeria and Ghana of Belize, Dr. Ifeanyiku Ifede.
Expecting the meeting.
We have the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the Secretary General of Climate Vulnerable Forum, Pan-African Parliament, the President himself, His Excellency Chief Fortune Zephania Charbura. We have the African Development Bank. The President of the African Development Bank is here himself. We have the Vice President of the World Bank in charge of Western and Central Africa. Then the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, the President and Chairman of the Board of Directors, our own Dr. George Ajekum Donko. We have the United Bank for Africa, Chairman of the group, Mr. Tony Elumelu, and we have the Ambassador of Bahamas, yes. We have the President of the Secretary General of the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel, Mr. Leonardo Santos Simao, and the Deputy National Secretary Advisor to Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa of Bahrain. And then the Executive Director of Africa Development Bank Group, We have the Vice President for Africa, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Usman Diagana. After all this, I will invite the former speakers of our parliament. They may come. Congratulate His Excellency the President. I am compelled by the situation, not only time constraints, but the exhaustion of all gathered here, to invite the chairman of the Council of Elders of the Great Evergreen National Democratic Congress, who could at his pleasure come with some of the executives of the party to congratulate His Excellency the President. And we will crown it all with the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Her Excellency Lordina Mahama. Honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, it's now time for me to invite I will now invite the leaders of the House, the majority and the minority leaders, to come and give an indication as to where we proceed to from here. Please, the majority and the minority leaders.
Right Honorable Speaker, we have exhausted the business on today's order paper. In view of that, I move that this House adjourn to tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the forenoon.
Mr. Speaker, it is the desire of the minority that this House be suspended so we continue to do business in fulfillment of the 24-hour economy. However, if the majority leader so pleases, I shall second his motion for adjournment. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, in view of what your leaders have said, adjourn the House to tomorrow, Wednesday, the 8th of January 2025 at 12 noon. The sitting is accordingly adjourned. That's what it.
We can't have a full guard of honor without the colors, and on this occasion we'll have the national colors, and that is the flag of Ghana. That is the colors. When we say colors, it's basically flag, and that will be on parade. So very shortly we shall see the full complements, and then we'll see how beautifully it will be executed.
Yeah.
And as mentioned, there shall be the playing of the national anthem, which will be followed with 21-gun salute. The 21-gun salute is the highest level of honor in ceremonial salutes, and this surpasses all other salutes with fewer rounds.
So how would the 21-gun salute
So the
be
21-gun
fired?
salute...
Is it from the sea, or because it has happened from the sea before with the Ghana Navy doing their thing?
On this occasion, it will be fired not too far away from the sea, and that will also be done by the Ghana Navy.
Right.
And
Why the Ghana Navy?
so it depends on the duty service that has been selected to perform.
So
as I mentioned, we have Ghana Air Force.
The military can also do the same thing.
Yes, we can have the Ghana Navy, the Ghana Army, and that's the 66th Artillery Regiment. They have done that in the past.
Okay.
So it can fall on any of the services to undertake that task. So right now we can see in our screen the procession by the Right Honorable Speaker. And behind him is the Vice President and the President. They are moving towards the area where we'll have the full guard of honor. And as mentioned earlier, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will inspect his first guard of honor as the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. So we are now having the procession towards the area where the full guard of honor will take place. You have in your screen there the ceremonial ADCs, also escorted.
Ladies and gentlemen, officials of Parliament, the Vice President, and the President of the Republic of Ghana are recessing from the chamber. The President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will now inspect his first guard of honor as the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and the 9th Parliament President of the 4th Republic of Ghana. May I respectfully request all invited guests to please be seated as the President moves to inspect the guard of honor. The President will be accompanied by the Vice President, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice, and his ceremonial aide-de-camp to the saluting days. The ceremonial aide-de-camp for the ceremony is the Chief of the Defense Staff, General Thomas Opompepra, and the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufundampari.
Honor is a military ceremony performed on special occasions to convey respect, dignity, and solemnity. A guard of honor is a formal gesture offered to dignitaries such as heads of state, government,
distinguished guests, the guard of honor is under the command of Lieutenant Ghana Navy Kenneth Opoku. The second in command is Sub-Lieutenant Harrison Na. The color ensign is Sub-Lieutenant Richard Abwaje Sapon. The conducting warrant officer is Chief Petty Officer Class 2 Kwa Richard. The color escorts are Petty Officer Class 2 Amure Koko Daniel and Petty Officer Class 2 Owusu Emmanuel.
Defense Staff General Thomas Opompepra.
Shall we please be upstanding for the national anthem and the 21-gun salute, as mentioned earlier. All uniformed personnel are to salute. Please be seated. The parade commander is marching to ask permission for the inspection of the parade.
Presidential inauguration ceremony, guard of honor from the guard mounted by the Ghana Navy. 96 rank and file with the Ghana Navy regimental band in attendance, ready for inspection. Lieutenant Ghana Navy Kenneth Opoku, report Your Excellency. Aye, Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the Navy Regimental Band on parade. It's under the command of Sub-Lieutenant Doris Iboni.
Your Excellency, inspection over. May I have your permission to march off the guard? Aye, Your Excellency.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of the inauguration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and the Vice President, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's all remain seated as the President takes leave of us. Shall we please be upstanding for the national anthem? All uniformed personnel are entreated to salute. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's all remain seated as the President takes leave of us. Please be seated. After the President leaves, the Vice President will also depart. After the Vice President, followed by the Speaker of Parliament and the Chief Justice, her ladyship. Let's all remain seated as the President departs. Other dignitaries will depart as protocol demands. Please, let's clear the way for the President to leave. The Vice President will also leave, followed by the Speaker of Parliament and the Chief Justice, her ladyship. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, our heads of state and dignitaries will depart in order as they came in. Our visiting heads of state and dignitaries will depart in order as they came in. The first to depart will be the President of Nigeria, followed by Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Côte d'Ivoire, Congo-Brazzaville, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Egypt, The Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Kenya, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Namibia, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Togo, Botswana, Barbados, Morocco, and Gabon. Our invited heads of state and dignitaries will depart in this order: Nigeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Côte d'Ivoire, Congo-Brazzaville, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Egypt, The Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Kenya, Liberia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Namibia, Rwanda, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Uganda, Tanzania, Togo, Botswana, Barbados, Morocco, and Gabon. After which His Excellency John Adekum Kufuor will also depart, followed by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, followed by His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia and Her Excellency Samira Bawumia. The rest will depart in other as protocol demands. Thank you. I am Squadron Leader Gabriela Lawson from the Department of Public Relations of the Ghana Armed Forces, and I have been your Master of Ceremony for today's program. Thank you.
Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is excited to kick off the year with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, where innovation meets sophistication. With a superior coverage, a radiant glow, and a durable stain-resistant finish, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint transforms spaces effortlessly. Designed for beauty and longevity, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint saves time with fewer coats, whilst delivering vibrant and easy-to-clean surface that stays flawless even in the busiest areas or under harsh weather conditions. With Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, every coat is a promise of quality and excellence. Elevate your walls and inspire your spaces with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint. Tabby Paint, the choice for your amazing spaces. Hello, paint lovers. Welcome to 2025. Tabby Paint is excited to kick off the year with Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint, where innovation meets sophistication. With a superior coverage, a radiant glow, and a durable stain-resistant finish, Tabby Semi-Gloss Paint transforms spaces effortlessly. Designed for beauty and
So indeed, finally, we have found our president. In fact, we do have our president for the Fourth Republic, and of course, the sixth president under the Fourth Republic, John Dramani Mahama, has officially been sworn in, and you could see from the atmosphere, from the Blackstone Square, quite very interesting visuals, from decor to the security, as the transition team earlier said, in terms of security, and trying to make sure that visibility in terms of security also is concerned. Quite a very interesting reactions and comments made by the president, not anymore president-elect anymore. Officially, he has been sworn in. He's made a lot of statements, but we'll get into that properly again. Once again, we do also have our first female vice president, which historically a lot of people have commended, and it also has raised a lot of concerns about what this means in terms of Ghana's democracy, and perhaps would this make a change in our democratic constitution in any terms, in any way. Today, 7 January, is Ghana's, constitutional day, and having a first female vice president also is speaking volumes. But let me just run you through some of the things that transpired, just in case you perhaps do not have a view of everything that transpired. There were some dignitaries who graced the occasion. Jacob Zuma, the former president of South Africa, was part of this inauguration. Goodluck Jonathan, former president of Nigeria, also was seen at the inauguration. Tinubu Mohammed, who is the incumbent president, and also gave a keynote address during the inauguration. Quite some interesting remarks he did give over there. As I said earlier, the breakdown of the inauguration and statements made by all these dignitaries will be brought to you live this evening, but we'll just touch on a few key points that they raised, and perhaps in the extensive conversation we will break it down. That you have to join us on our evening coverage. Again, Paul Kagame, from Rwanda, also joined us. As we do know, former vice president, or let me just say outgoing vice president, who was in contention with the president now, Mr. Bawumia. You saw the gestures over there. In fact, honestly, today really has been quite interesting. But as I said, let me just run you through some of the key things Mr. Mahama gave out. He has promised to do a lot of things under his administration, and bear in mind that his administration starts right now. He has promised that within 120 days of his administration, he will be touching on a lot of things, which perhaps I would have to remind you more on what he has said, and again what he also said today. So first of all, let me just touch on what John Mahama, the president, in all respects, I beg your pardon, what he said during his inauguration. So he said history has been made today, which indeed I think it is historic, because having to have a first female vice president is indeed history for Ghana. Again, he says today marks quite an incredible journey of his administration. He's also acknowledged his predecessor, Akufo-Addo. He cracked some interesting joke, which he even said that the outgoing president calls him Johnny, and some funny reactions that playful things that they both used to tease themselves. He also acknowledged the early defeat by the outgoing vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He said it was a very good thing that the outgoing vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, did, and actually, in a way, brought calm to the electoral process. He also touched on the 2024 election, which he said he has caused a dramatic shift in the political system. We try to understand how the shift he tries to talk about really is. Really, some have argued that even though the NDC won with a huge margin, it's arguably not so, because some members or sympathizers of the NPP did not even come out to vote. And so Mr. Mahama talked about the fact that this has brought a significant shift in the political system. Perhaps when we get into the nitty-gritties of, the breakdown of his statement, we would also understand whether indeed there is or has been a shift in terms of the political system. He's also talking about the celebration that the NDC or his administration has won, that the government, that should be a mandate to them, and also to remind them that the Ghanaian populace have given them a huge mandate and they have a responsibility to play. Earlier, also, I think, even not a press release that I did cited, I think within the NDC camp, we saw some individuals saying that Mr. Mahama, who is the president now, should be very vigilant and should not condone any arrogance in his administration. Perhaps this also is reiterating that Mr. Mahama may not be tolerating any arrogance in his administration. But before I continue with some of the highlights of the inauguration service, my colleague Samuel Nimabo is live at the inauguration ceremony, and perhaps once now that we know that the inauguration service has come to a halt, we want to catch what is the latest development he can give to us. So Sam, what is the latest after the whole razzmatazz we've seen this afternoon, this morning to this afternoon?
Melo, today it's a moment of joy for many who trooped in their numbers here at the Blaster Square to witness a historic day in the Republic of Ghana. Because it's historic in many accounts. If you relate it to the President John Dramani Mahama, when he was giving his inaugural speech, he highlighted what makes today historic. First time we have seen a female vice president. Also, today we see the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana under the 4th Republic. And it has been all joy, all laughter, all cheers, all joy at the Blaster Square here. Finally, the event has come to an end. Everybody is jubilating. The supporters of the National Democratic Congress who took in their numbers here have jubilated since morning when I came here to witness or to report from this ground. Since morning, they've been in loud cheers. They've never lost the strength to shout. They've never lost the strength to cheer when they see Dr. Dramani Mahama appear on their screen. They've been cheering him on from the morning. So now, many of them are still here, marking their time, trying to come to terms what has happened for them. If you come here, you will realize that it is not just the supporters of the National Democratic Congress who were happy. A lot of the dignitaries who took in their numbers here we saw a plethora of them, numbering over 30 to 40 dignitaries across the world, came in their numbers to witness this historic day in Ghana's history. And they were also very much excited, especially at the growth that Ghana has seen in terms of its democracy, the peaceful transition that we've had in the Fourth Republic. This is the sixth time we are transitioning to a new president. But John Dramani Mahama is not a new president. Today, he said that it's like more like a deja vu for him. 8 years ago, was at the same ground, got sworn in as he was at the same ground where he handed over power to President Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, after 8 years, the person he handed over power to is handing power back to him, and he was very much excited about the whole thing. And he went ahead to highlight some of the things that he will tackle. Firstly, 4 key areas that he will focus on in his initial days as government, as president of the Republic. He said that he will look at stabilizing the economy and stabilizing the macroeconomic indicators as one of his key things. He will look at improving the business environment and making sure that the business environment is conducive for businesses. And governance and constitutional reforms, another key area he's been stressing on since even during his period of campaign. He stressed on it again that in his initial days, meaning within the 120 days as he has promised, these are the key areas: governance and constitutional reform, then the fight against corruption. Apart from that, he went ahead to highlight how this government will not just be business as usual. They want to see change, and he is here to deliver that change for the people of Ghana. He spoke about the resetting agenda and how Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman was helping in achieving all of this. After the event, we seen supporters of the National Democratic Congress jubilate the MP, the member of parliament that were newly sworn in yesterday. They were also here to witness the event. I mean, the event actually started with the sitting of the house. So they were here also. We can get some of them, and they are very much excited. Not especially not because they were very much excited for the number of dignitaries that they received who came to witness the second coming of John Dramani Mahama. They said that it is one good news for them. It means that the global world or the other countries are paying very much attention to what is happening in Ghana, and they are going to show their support to the president and the vice president. So they were very much excited at the number of dignitaries that comes in, and many of them were reassuring us and the people of Ghana that they are coming to deliver on their promises. It's time to work. They are ready to work. So it is a mixture of emotions here. People are still enjoying having good time with their friends and families that came here in their numbers. But most of the dignitaries, I must say, have left. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency President, has left. The Vice President, Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman, has left. Other dignitaries, we saw the immediate past President Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency, also come here to witness the transition and innovation of John Dramani Mahama. They have also left the yard as well.
Sam, I mean, beautiful, remarks you're giving there. But if you put your eyes on the ground, and perhaps if you've been able to engage any of these individuals who were able to grace the occasion, especially with the youth, because the president touched about the fact that he's going to reset the country again, which you also have reiterated again. He made mention that he is going to create more decent, well-paying jobs for the youth. Perhaps you have engaged some of the youth, and how are they responding to what the president has said so far? Are they positive that there's going to be some positivity in terms of creation of jobs? And in totality, how is the youth, perhaps if you have spoken to any of them, receiving this gesture from the president?
Yes, many of the numbers here are mostly the young ones. So if you come to the Black Square, the numbers there, the larger chunk of the support here are within what you can call the youthful age. And we've engaged many of them, and they are very much excited about the opportunities that John Dramani Mahama is promising that, especially with the 24-hour economy. Some say that it will be a panacea for job creation, and they believe that when he's able to deliver on it well, the rising unemployment rate and youth unemployment will dwindle a bit. We see stability in terms of employment of the youth. They have also very much excited about his education policy and some youth, and they were very much excited, especially with the free tuition fee for first-year university students. They were very much excited of that policy, and they are hoping that he delivers on them, he delivers on that policy, so that they can get access to tertiary education and university education as well. So the youth are very much optimistic of the promises of John Dramani Mahama. Some say that some others have also mentioned that, well, they will wait to see him deliver. They don't want to put too much hope on him because in the past they've trusted past government and they ended up failing them. So they do not want to push too much trust and hope in them. They will wait to see what the president and vice president have for them, and that they are very much hopeful that he delivers. At least he should be able to do a portion of his policies, and when he's able to do it and do it well, they will find expression in some of these policies.
So another historic thing that happened today was the fact that officially now Ghana can boast of a female vice president, and just even when the Chief Justice Tokonu was administering the oath of allegiance to the vice president Jane Opoku Agyeman, we saw some, I should say, beautiful euphoria, the loud cheers, and perhaps I would want to find out from you. Are people actually happy with the fact that Ghana officially right now can boast of a female vice president?
Very much so. People are saying it's history, because their first time in the Republic of Ghana, or first time in the history of the country, we have seen a female vice president. And most of the female figures here and the ladies and the women at the Black Star Square here, it was all loud cheers while she started taking the oath of allegiance and the oath of the vice president as well. So when she ended, you could see the loud cheers that she was received with. But what many have said is that they want to see an impact of that female figure at the vice presidency, because they don't want to see just a female occupying the state. They want to see a real impact in that regard, and we've engaged I've engaged with the MP for Ewutu Senya Voice, and she has been saying that right from here, in the few days, within this week, the NDC Women's Caucus in Parliament will go to pay a separate visit on the vice president to put together the plan or what to get to understand what really she has in plan for, or she has in mind for the women of this country, and also submit to her their proposals of what will be implemented to help the women in the country. You will understand me, because the women constitute over 60% of Ghanaian population, and over the years they have felt marginalized, and they have been marginalized to a larger extent in Ghanaian politics. So today's event, most of the women, they want to see it mark the beginning of a change, a trend where they will see more women representation in politics. They will see women issues being adhered to, especially now that we have the action law. Now we have affirmative action law to actually push this agenda for the women in the country. And now with the female vice president, they are hoping that this will be the beginning of a tremendous change for the women in the country.
Sam, again, maybe you would have to correct me on this, but since you were the one on the ground, during the visiting of the heads of, dignitaries and people who were trying to give some hand gestures to the president, once again, you were there, correct me if I'm wrong, when the outgoing president Nana Akufo-Addo walked straight to the president, John Dramani Mahama. Was there a bull? Because I saw some loud noise. Perhaps you being there, you could clarify whether the atmosphere over there was not conducive enough to have been so welcoming during his hand gesture to the president, John Dramani Mahama.
What happened is that the crowd here were resentful at any point or at any moment where they saw the immediate past president, former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Anytime they saw him on their screen or when he was announced to be present at the ceremony, he was hooked up, and a lot of the supporters put at him. So it was that same euphoria that you saw there. That when he went to shake hands with the President John Dramani Mahama and congratulating on his victory, people still hooted at him because these are supporters, mainly supporters of the National Democratic Congress, who are at the event. So it's not. I don't think it is out of place now. It is something that we should make a fuss about. Because you will understand that when supporters of the National Democratic Congress see Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, they will hoot at him. Similar thing may happen even if the NPP supporters see President John Dramani Mahama. So it is that happens. Whenever, any time and any moment Akufo-Addo's name was mentioned or he talked up on the screen, he was set up by the supporters of the National Democratic Congress. For obvious reasons, they believe that he is the one who has rained down the country. They believe that he hasn't done much as president in the last 8 years. So at any moment, they got the opportunity to express their displeasure. They did that outrightly.
Sam, again, one of the dignitaries who graced the occasion and delivered his keynote address was Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the president for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Walk us through some of the highlights. One thing I think has caught attention is the fact that he made mention that having Mahama's administration is going to boost, is going to create a positive change in terms of his administration in the ECOWAS, business. Walk us through some of the highlights that he talked about and maybe how this is looking like in terms of the ECOWAS community.
Yes, President Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he was the special guest of honor at today's swearing of John Dramani Mahama, and when he was delivering his speech, he went ahead to talk about what impact John Dramani Mahama would bring to the ECOWAS community. You would remember that in his first term as president of the country, John Dramani Mahama served as a chairperson or chairman of the ECOWAS community or chairman of the ECOWAS. So it is that same impact expecting him to bring on board with his experience at this level, having been president before, having been chairman of ECOWAS before, coming on board again as president of Ghana. They expect him to come together and unify ECOWAS, especially now that ECOWAS is seeing tensions and some terrorist issues in and around ECOWAS countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and in recent time have been able to terrorist attacks. So when John Dramani Mahama coming in, Bola Tinubu was just re-echoing the point that he's already experienced this area, and he will help unify ECOWAS and help build a unified front to fight some of these terrorist activities. And also, he went ahead to praise Ghana for the growth we have seen in our democracy. He says that this is truly the black star of Africa. This time Ghana is wearing in the president in the last 32 years within the Fourth Republic. And he was very much happy for the country. He says that other countries within the sub-region should go ahead and emulate these achievements and this growth in democracy that Ghana has exhibited. It was all praises from Bola Tinubu to John Dramani Mahama and Ghana as a country with the history we've made today.
Sam, I would want to believe that even after this, beautiful ceremony, as we all do know, Mahama's administration begins effectively this, day. And he's also made mention that, he's going to he has also outlined some of the initiatives he would do in his 120 days. But if you have been able to engage some of the, the caucus within the minority, how are they also going to perhaps ensure that there's an eagle eye on his administration, and perhaps if you have gathered some thought on how they will be watching this government, what are they telling you before we can also wrap up on some of the happenings that transpired during this inauguration?
Right, the minority, now minority caucus, the MPP caucus, they are really very slim minority. We have about 88 MPs. We are still waiting to see the final result because of the consent. I started for the noise there. Of the National Democratic Congress are going to be the reason why the noise is so loud here. But if you can hear me, Melo, I was saying that the minority in Parliament have already said notice that they won't just be a watching minority because of their slim figures. There will be an active minority in Parliament. They will make sure and hold the President and the National Democratic Congress to account. They'll keep an eagle eye on everything that is done in the chamber and outside of the chamber. They have also promised that there won't be a destructive minority. They won't cause distractions, that there will be a constructive minority. So it's that the Ghanaian people hope to see. If you look at Affair Martin, he has almost when he gets the opportunity, he's been sounding caution and warning to the National Democratic Congress of what is to come for him, because he believes that the entity will hold them very much to account at committee levels in Parliament, on the floor of Parliament, and even in terms of decision making. But in reality, people have also questioned what impact this minority can really have on the on the government and the NPP, on the NDC, especially with their figures. As it stands now, they have about 88 MPs. We are waiting to see the final figures if some of the issues are finally resolved from here. We know that some MPs some constituencies were not represented at this hearing. About 2 or 3 constituencies were not represented. We are hoping to see what really they can do with their slim figures. But they are very optimistic that it's not about just numbers. It is about the value they bring on board at the committee levels, on the floor of Parliament. And they believe that with the numbers they have astute members of Parliament who can so make cogent arguments on the floor and outside of the floor for the NDC to be held accountable and beyond.
Sam, we'll be wrapping up with you in a bit, but so far, have we been able to confirm that, in terms of security, walk us through what has happened so far? We know that, as expected, officially the event was supposed to start, after 10, but I don't know why it dragged a bit, maybe from my end, when I observed. But in terms of security, how far so far, and traders who also were selling, within that stretch, how far would their business boost so far?
Yes, in terms of security has been airtight throughout the whole. In the morning when we came, without accreditation, you couldn't enter into the yard. But there are about 3 gates to enter, or 3 or 4 gates to actually enter into the inner perimeter. You needed to be checked about 3 to 4 times, or actually about 5 times, before you can enter into the inner perimeter where the dignitaries were seated. But beyond that, in and around the Black Star Square, the security was very much airtight at both ends of the Black Star Square. If you are looking at the end where the Freedom and Justice is at, that place was very much airtight. If you are coming from Osu, very much airtight. And other areas, even if you are coming from the Central Business Unit, all of these areas were security tight. But we haven't heard of any mishap in terms of security or lapses in terms of security. Somebody has stolen something, somebody has broken down something. We haven't heard of any of that. So far, you would describe the security arrangement here as very successful. The traders have also conducted their business. They have also conducted their businesses very well. The traders have they sold their items, their sachet water, their bottled water, and they've done their business well. Some struggled earlier in the beginning of the program to enter into the perimeter of the yard to sell water and those are minerals. But after a period where the event has actually started, the security personnel started loosening up the bait and allowed most of them to enter because people inside were actually demanding for water. They wanted water. They wanted some minerals, some soft drinks to cool down the soul. So at the point, we loosened the security a bit and allowed some of these pockets to enter into the yard. It has been a good day for the traders and the security arrangement here at the Black House Square. The unveiling inauguration of John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Opoku Agyeman as president and vice president of the country.
Right, so we'll leave it for here for now, but we'll come to you subsequently when the need arises for more conversations and updates from the ground. My colleague Samuel Nimabo is there at the Blackster Square where the presidential and vice president and vice president, today were officially sworn in. And of course, as said earlier, their mandate begins today. And as John Mahama has indicated, his 120 days initiative begins from now, and we'll be monitoring closely to see how far this administration also will take effect. Again, we'll also be delving into the matter later, subsequently this evening. So you may want to join us for a comprehensive coverage and extensive conversation on that. It has been a coverage from morning to now, but that's how we draw the curtain for now. Join us at